Aloha, you can call me Craw. I'm a dad who streams building Lego sets on Twitch, and I'm starting to build my YouTube presence. I'm taking some inspiration from my good friend Coded Lemur, who publishes a Minecraft video every single day of 1 day's time within Minecraft. I think it's a really cool idea. So here I am going to start a series of once a day publishing me organizing my Lego set. So today's video, I want to go through the process of me cleaning the pieces and getting them in and giving you a very brief overview of how I organize my pieces. So to start things off, I use my gFuel shaker cup to clean my pieces. So we're going to go into a back portion of my office that no one really gets to see. Sorry for the mess. But here's a big box of Lego pieces that I need to clean before I sort them. That feels like a good amount. As you can see, there's some lovely dirt and grime in this. This is a box that we got from a friend whose kids are getting too old for Lego. Next, I like to pour them out in here so that I can break the pieces apart. Because when you clean them, they shouldn't be together. And I don't know whose these were, what sets these come from, because it just came in a big box. And we are just cleaning them. Some good selection here. Ooh, this is nice. Now, I won't be sorting these pieces through today. Today, all I'm doing is getting these ones rinsed, and then I'm going to move on to sorting the pieces that were washed yesterday. Now, I have found that you can clean pieces in much bigger bulks than this. But finding the time to clean, dry, and do a whole bunch at once, I find to be very daunting. But doing just like this much a day in terms of sorting and cleaning, not so overwhelming. Okay, almost done, all the pieces. Ooh, this is a nice piece. I don't think this is a very common piece. We'll see what it goes to. There we go. Now we take this. Whoop. That was great. This is the culprit. So I take that. Put a couple drops of dish syrup. Get it nice and warm. Starting to get warm. There we go. And we can fill this up. All right. Now we're going to go on to what we cleaned yesterday. This is a gold pan. Gold mining pan. So at this point, all I'm doing is I'm sorting them into 3 broad categories, which is bricks, plates. I would have loved to have picked up another other. I mean, it doesn't matter entirely which way you sort them as long as you're consistent with how you sort. So like, as long as I consistently say, this is a plate, it's a plate. So my rule I generally follow is if it's flat, it's a plate or a tile. I mean, I know from a Lego perspective that's not true, but like, cause that's got some bulk, it's gonna be not. Of course, you're gonna make mistakes when you're sorting. No one's gonna be perfect the first attempt, but that is why my particular storage method I particularly like. As opposed to what I've seen other people do. And that is that part. And we'll come back later when I actually start getting them into my collection. All right, after I've sorted the pieces, then I have to catalog the pieces. These are the pieces that I'm currently cataloging right here. As you can see, it's a couple different pieces, different types of pieces. But we're going to start with these pieces here, which appear to be some sort of leaf. So the first thing you have to do is determine what piece this actually is. And so we will go over here to Bricklink, and we will search for it. We're going to search for leaf. Now, I know some people would say, oh, you use Google image search, and yeah, that works too sometimes, but I find it more fun to kind of go through it this way and just kind of see which pieces there are out there, because it helps me see other variations of things. And then as I go through it, if I realize, oh, you know what, I'm really struggling to find this piece because there's just so many options, then I will think about some other sets where I may have gotten this in. So, for instance, this is a set that I believe I have a flower that I have in the loop coaster. Right, so let's go to loop coaster, parts. And here it is. So if you notice, this is a plant plate, round 1 by 1 with 3 leaves. And this is the part number here, 32607. So we're just going to copy that, and we need to add it into our ledger. Actually, we're going to add it into our Lego parts first. These are parts that I know that I've never done before. And the category is going to be plant. And then it's going to be round 1 by 1 with 3 leaves is the name. Now that we've added that in, we can go add it into our data entry, in which we're going to be saying, this is item number 32607. This is going to be, I believe this is normal green, but we have a, this is my own color chart. Lego does not make their own. I know that this could be a lot better than it is. And actually, now that I'm looking at it, I think this is bright green as opposed to green. It is bright green. So we have 4 of the bright green. Bright green comes first alphabetically, and I have 4. Now we're going to do the same thing with this one. Now, we can see over here that it comes in, these are the colors here where it will list. So I'm thinking this is either going to be azure. Dark azure is most likely the color it's going to be. I could see this potentially being dark turquoise, but that's my most likely one. Let's go look at our thing. Dark turquoise, nope. Dark azure is our color. And we have one of them. 32607. Dark azure comes up first alphabetically, and 1. And you can see, I only have those 5 pieces on my sheet, and so now we have to bag it. I store my Lego pieces in sandwich bags. It's substantially cheaper than the small parts bins. And then gives me the flexibility to really just have the amount of Lego pieces take up the space that it needs to take. And then I'm going to put them in containers based upon the category. So all of my plant pieces are going to be get together. And then we can come in here. We can put that on that. We can take our pieces that we've already collected. We dump them right in there. And then we can go put them with the rest of the plants. Now these, we have a ton of these. We're only going to do the 2 branch ones right now. So let's get the other pieces out. All right, so we have those. And then these. This, of course, is probably also going to be a plant. And I believe this also would be in that. No, would not be in that set. Trying to think what set this would be in. I don't know, but I think we'll have good luck if we look in the plant category. So we come back over to plant, and we come look. There's 1 page of plants. So this is not a Lego plant. I'm trying to think where else I have this piece. Let's see, stick. Nope. Let's try twig. Carrot top twig. This is food and drink. Again. This is part of the fun of it. All right. So this is going to be a new one into our Lego parts. Of course, I'm always going to remember that this is food and drink now, by the way. Carrot top / twig. Now we can go back to our data entry. I just realized you guys aren't even seeing any of that. There's my database. Sorry. You didn't see any of that last time. All right, so we're going to have this color here, which this is going to be our bright light orange. So this is part number 33183. Bright light orange. And we have 2. And this is going to be bright green. And now we have to figure out how many we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And now we can bag it. So if you're wondering, what am I using for my database, for instance, this is an Access database that I'm using. It's a fun program. I don't know if there's a Google equivalent to this, but that's what I'm using. I always like to have the smaller side in the front with the label. That way I always know if I can read the label, I am holding the smaller side to me. But now I can put this in here, and I can dump them in. Now, one of the things I really like about my database is I have an inventory that I can now look at all the pieces that I have. These are all the pieces that I have. So, for instance, this part number 93138, I have 14. This part color 14, I have 393. What part color is 14? Part 14 is going to be coral. I hope that helps. I want to thank you for making to the end of the video. I greatly appreciate it, as I'm really kind of starting YouTube for the second time. I want to express mahalo for watching, friends.